Hoi hoi chummers, this is Dan, the GM, and this is Season 2 of What the Dice. But, you know what? Hold that thought. Alright, that's better. So, I'm Dan the GM, and this is the What the Dice Halloween Special. So, this month we will not have a mid-roll, because these episodes are long. But, enough about that. Let's meet our player.
Hey there, this is Ethan. I play Cypher, our street samurai. Oh dear, that guy's neck shouldn't have bent that way, and why is he still talking to me?
Listener discretion advised. Content warning level green. Standard Shadowrun subject matter. Foul language. Sex, violence, drugs. For all of our content warning, none of these subjects go into graphic detail, but it is involved in the story of the episode. Listener discretion advised.
Hoi 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 chummers, Eddie Sparks here. So, I've been flipping through the book and I noticed something a little weird. A couple of these pages are a little darker, a little blacker on the edges. The ink slightly more red than it normally would be. It seems as if there's a little spookiness to what's going on. So, let's talk, shall we? One of the biggest things a runner should never do is just go it alone unless you're trained and skilled in dealing with solo work. Solo work is dangerous because you don't know what's going to happen and you don't have backup to help you. Well, it seems as if this little tale has something to do with Cypher. So, let's hop right in, shall we?
The camera fades in, and we see the expanse of the Golden City. It is quiet. It is early morning. Even the wage slaves haven't awoken for their fun day of dealing with the corporate bull trek that they must deal with every single day, day in, day out. It is a couple of days after the last run, and the camera pans across to Cypher's apartment. We see the lights are on, and we see that he is cooking breakfast or having some kind of meal. Cypher, what are you doing?
Oh, as just stated, I'm having my breakfast and then getting ready to do my workout.
All right. So, what's your plan for this downtime?
Well, I figured there's plenty of places out in No Man's Land to go poke my nose and look at interesting stuff, so I was going to head out there and take a look at things.
All right. Well, we got a couple of options we can go. We can go north in that expanse that you found when you were driving out to Prisma Gem, or you can go west out towards the Rusty Pickle.
Let's go north. I don't want to run into patrons of the Rusty Pickle.
You don't want to run into Rusty and his pickle?
No, I think once was enough.
It's not hard for you to get a quick transport from your section of the city to the gates and then out into No Man's Land. Unfortunately for No Man's Land, because most dog brains won't go out past the city, you have to take this long, treacherous route down this almost mountainy cliffside. There's stairs. They're old, dilapidated, never used kind of stairs. The kind you would expect that used to be useful before VTOLs became readily available. Graffiti covers the walls as you head down into No Man's Land. No Man's Land in general is a different beast than you're used to. Well, that you've come accustomed to at being in the Golden City. Things are, well, dirty would be an understatement. There is graffiti upon graffiti upon graffiti. There's posters that have been posted over multiple times. There are no security forces down here. It's all Go Gang or private armies that have set up their own little section here. And the reason they call No Man's Land is because there's no reason for any sane wage slave to come out here. They're the mass expanse of failed cities and towns that Speckle, the world of Neratova. Where you're at, being so close to the Golden City, is fairly sparse. You see a couple of still running stuffer shacks. They're running on old generators, and it looks like they're using either actual script money or a barter system. And when we call them a stuffer shack, it's just that the building still says stuffer shack. These look more like trading rooms than anything. Is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I'll check out one of the trading posts just to see what type of stuff they got in them.
Alright, as you are poking around, you see things like devil rat meat and things of that nature. Like, definitely scrounged up food that might still be good, but probably someone who is used to it would probably have a better time digesting it than someone that is used to processed soy.
Any tools or anything of interest?
No, it's pretty mundane.
I'll tip my head to the person running the place and continue on my trek into the No Man's Land.
Okay. Is there anything particular you are looking for? Like, what does Cypher look for when he is out scrounging about?
Being No Man's Land, Cypher's out here looking for just old ruins to explore, caves to delve into, and also keeping an eye open for anything you might be interested in.
As you are poking around, there's a lot of buildings that are still in good shape. You know that headquarters is looking for somewhere that they can set up shop either in or near the Golden City. That's at least the plan. Lately, you've been looking around the Golden City itself, and there's been nothing. Factories that would be good have been taken over by King or some other group. You've seen a couple of possibilities, like maybe a DMV that has been long forgotten, or even a laundromat. Anything to give the headquarters a connection. But there hasn't been much luck there. Out here, these buildings are forgotten. Bug spirits could set up shop here and no one wouldn't even notice. Which is both a good and terrifying thought.
I will continue my trek, hoping that bug spirits have not set up shop out here and no one's noticed.
You come across this... Well, give me a perception check.
One hit.
With one hit, you cut a couple of corners and you have to near duck as there are steel I-beams that are just a little lower than you would expect. And things are starting to change a little bit. You're starting to get more into the heart of No Man's Land, where towering office structures used to stand. The sky almost blotted out, replaced with the air of decay and the sounds of stones hitting the ground or the sounds of metal twisting under its own weight. As you look around, the people here, if they are even halfway conscious, most of them are strung out, either hooked up to some kind of internal BDL or just high off their gore to escape this decrepitness that is just outside the Golden City. Continuing northward, eventually you start to notice less things about the Golden City and you start to notice advertising. Things for Horizon, TV shows, even a poster that talks about Horizon's new city coming soon, the Prisma Gem. These posters are weather-worn and faded.
Cypher will chuckle at the fact how old some of these are, muttering to himself about marketing need to get out here and update their stuff.
You come across a group of people standing around talking over a dumpster fire? No. Oil barrel fire. Metal trash can with fire inside, hobo style.
Yep, I had an idea what you were talking about.
They are sitting, and you can tell that they are at least not currently high, but are at least awake enough to engage you in conversation. They are all talking about different places that they've been scavenging for foods or supplies.
Cypher will greet them and ask them, "Hey guys, what's the word?"
A couple of them just kind of eye you up and down. One of them mutters something about runner dreckheads. But one of them, a older looking dwarf, his beard is... You have seen chrome that is less gray than his beard is. His head is completely bald and has got that look of tanned leather, as he has probably lived out here under the beating sun most of his life. His armor is patched together of different devil rats or pieces of metal. He looks you up and down.
Not much. Many time we see you runner types coming out here. What you looking for? What kind of trouble you gonna cause for us?
I don't plan to cause you guys any trouble. I'm just out here on my own.
Alright. So why are you? I mean, most of you runners ain't gonna take the time to come out here to the lowlands and do anything unless you're training on hunting something down.
You know, I'm always out here looking for interesting places to check, poke around, see what's around.
Oh no! Okay, you use one of them.
He snaps his fingers a couple of times trying to place the words.
Explorers, urban explorers, right? But one of them is that think it's all cool to go where we live and just record things that you see, thinking it's all fun because it's all fall apart and decrepit have gotten. Is that it?
I wouldn't say I came out here to record you guys and make your lives miserable, but I do like to come out here and poke around and see what's going on out here.
They all look between each other, and this dwarf gets this chuckle.
Well, if you really looking for trouble, I'd steer clear that old Horizon building over there.
He points to this pretty nondescript looking single floor building. It just says Horizon. All the decorations have been picked clean and used for scrap.
That place is mighty dangerous for city folk like you. You ain't used to the dangers that are out here in no man's land. You're used to the bullets, and you ain't used to the traps and the devil rats and the other creatures that hunt and scrounge in these old forgotten ruins.
Yeah, like what type of creatures living in there?
Well, let's see. We dealt with ghouls recently, and devil rats are always a common problem. Then you got go-gangers who are trying to whip their dicks out and act like they the king of whatever territory they in. But nah, none of us are dumb enough to go frack around with that. Any of these old Horizon buildings that still locked, just stick clear of them, man. You don't want to go in. They got all sorts of drones that might still be active, and man, they don't take kindly to scroungers. A couple of my buddies have taken a couple of rounds or two to the head from old forgotten drones. Not these newer drones that actually have like the friend or foe where you can kind of fake it. No, man. These are the old dog brains that just shoot first and don't give a frack what kills them.
That sounds like it might be a place worth checking out, though.
Yeah, you do that, my friend, and you watch how fast you end up 6 feet under. And, well, not 6 feet under. We'll just leave you out to dry, but we'll pick that pretty carcass of yours clean.
Oh, I'd hope you put me to use afterwards.
Well, your gear might be useful. The flesh might feed the devil rats for a while.
Hey, it means more meat for you later, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cypher will tip his head to him and kind of go towards that Horizon building and check it out.
The dwarf just shakes his head.
Yeah. City folk always running full of danger, thinking they can handle what's out here. Man, you ain't gonna see the light of day, my friend.
Cypher will heed his warning and still continue on.
Continuing on, it's quiet. A little too quiet. As you turn the corner down this hall, or down this alleyway, heading towards this old Horizon building, you hear this sound. You've heard it before. Every runner's heard it before. The sound of the chittering devil rat. A rat that is just about the size of a dog. Gnarled teeth, beady red eyes, and they have a hunger for, well, everything. As you turn the corner, you see 4 of them noshing down on what looks like an old scavenger that had taken a fall off of one of the second or at one of the 4th or 5th floors in this area. He's long gone dead, and these rats are definitely enjoying their meal until you disturbed them. We are going to roll for initiative. Cypher, you've got 4 devil rats. They're looking up from this carcass. You hear them chitter and growl at you.
Hey guys, I didn't mean to interrupt your street pizza now. There's no need for any of this.
They do not look like they're going to back down.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to.
What you going to do about it?
I think I'm going to have to introduce them to a warhawk for a moment.
All right. So you got 4 prime targets right in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to shoot the one of them here. Looks like 2 hits.
As that warhawk plinks off the ground, the devil rat snarls and is going to move in closer.
Oh, I really need to take this thing down to the range and get it sighted.
The devil rats begin to slowly inch their way closer to you. None of them are within range to attack, so it's your round again.
4 hits that time with the warhawk.
All right. Your shot rings true and splatters the first devil rat's skull, leaving a gooey red substance across its fur and back. You do a couple of things. Let's see if this one staying in the fight. The next devil rat is definitely going to stay in the fight. Let's see if it's interested in a fresh meal, though. There it is.
I mean, hey, pre-pulverized devil rat. Can't go wrong.
Critical glitch. It is running towards it and is now noshing on what used to be, I guess, its friend. I don't know if devil rats have friends.
Maybe it could be a sibling. Could be a sibling thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, next one. Does he run? He does not run. Does he go for the fresh meal? He is moving towards the fresh meal. The last one. Does he run? Does he run? Does he run? He doesn't run. Guess this super warhawk just isn't loud enough to scare off devil rats, or they're used to being shot at.
I just think they're used to being shot at.
And he is going to go nosh down too. All right. Top of round. Your round. You've got these 3 devil rats that are still in your way. I mean, you could always just try walking past them and let them, get a bite of troll ass.
Yeah, but I'm told someone told me once I had a great troll ass, so I can't go ruining it for him. 3 hits.
3 hits. Your bullet plinks off the ground just in front of the one that's starting to walk towards it. His eyes shift towards you and then back at the meat, then back at you, clearly trying to decide if he's going for you or not. This one is still eating. This one is continuing to nosh down on his old partner, friend thing. Another one begins to move closer, and the one that you shot at is going to move closer to you as well.
1 hit.
Dodged you again.
Me and my super hawk are not getting along very well today.
Well, they are devil rats. They are very quick.
I think I just need to take it down to the range and sight it in.
Your last shot rings out. The one that is still noshing down is still noshing down. One begins to move off to the side to kind of pincer move you, as the other one is now within range of you. You are going to be bitten.
Rude.
So, you have been attacked with... I got 2 successes.
I have 2 hits.
All right, with that modified, that is 0 hits on me, so you have successfully dodged this devil rat. His chomp just barely missing you. That also brings it to your round.
All right, at this range, I'm going to swap out and take out the combat axe and whack this little rat.
All right, so are you just going to drop your pistol, or are you going to holster it?
Yeah, I'll drop the pistol and swing the axe. I can always pick up the gun right afterwards.
Absolutely. Go for it.
4 hits.
You have successfully lobbed this one square in half. See if this devil rat runs. All right, so this devil rat is staring you down, chittering at you angrily, and it's going to move in and try to attack. All right, that is 3 hits.
4 hits.
All right, you have successfully dodged this rat's attack. The other one is continuing to nosh down happily. What are you going to do with this one that's fighting at you?
I'm going to have to ask him a question or two.
Go for it.
4 hits.
And it is dead as well. This one you've probably lobbed, like, across the skull, taking its upper part of its head and jaw away. And you see this last one that is still noshing down on its old friend, brother, compatriot.
Cousin's roommate.
Yeah. Do you want to leave him to eat, or are you going to just finish him off too?
First off, I'm going to pick up my Super Hawk and holster it, so I don't forget. And then I'm going to go over there and no witnesses.
All right. So go ahead and roll that attack. Let's see if you miss, which would be hilarious.
I choppity chop with 3 hits.
3 hits. Okay. All right, and it is dead. How would you like to describe this last kill?
Cypher, seeing that it's noshing on its fallen comrade, will just bring the axe straight down center mass and just split him clean in half, spilling out his innards everywhere.
Innards. With the last devil rat killed, you're able to just move on towards the Horizon building.
Actually, I have a question for you. This is food, would be considered food for the scavengers out here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Cypher will go back towards the old dwarf and the guys around the burning trash can. Hey guys, some free devil rat here if you're hungry.
The old dwarf just raises an eyebrow. What do you mean free? Nothing free out here.
Well, it wasn't free. I killed them, so I did the work. You guys get the bounty. Enjoy.
No tricks.
Nope.
He stares at you hard for a good solid minute before he just slowly nods and kind of half follows you to where he sees the 4 devil rats. 3 are full and one's got some missing innards.
You ain't gonna take these hosses.
Nope. All yours, man.
He kind of does that like closed lips, slow nod.
Yeah, you ain't too bad for a city boy. What's your name?
Cypher.
He extends his hand. It's all not gnarled, but it's got that. Definitely has seen some time in the No Man's Land.
Name's Luznik Windblade.
Doesn't Cypher, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. I really appreciate this.
And hey, I mean, there's no sense in letting food go to waste if someone can use it, right?
Yeah. We'll take care of this, man. Thanks again.
No problem, man. You guys take it easy.
You will be able to add Luznik Windblade as a 1/1 to your contacts.
It's a silly question. What's a just 1 out of 1?
It is when you have your contacts, they have connections and loyalty. He is connection 1, loyalty 1. He's not really well connected and he's not very loyal, but he is. If you have questions for him, he will answer them.
Sweet. Well, he's working on the devil rats. I'll see if the street pizza guy had anything of value on him.
No, it looks like if he did, either it was already picked clean or the devil rats had chewed through it.
Yeah, I'll continue on my merry way towards the Horizon building.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for any other hostile devil rats or friendly critters running around out here.
As you make your way around this Horizon building, it's pretty nondescript. It kind of would remind you of almost like a small used auto shop. It's inside. You see like a desk, an elevator, a couple other like miscellaneous areas. It looks like there's still power as some of the emergency lights are flickering.
Well, ain't that a kick? There's still some power.
No Man Land has power, it's just not great.
Fair. But Cypher will poke around and see if there's an entryway into this garage area.
It's not a garage, it's like a office.
Oh, okay, office. Okay, he'll
Like, do you have you ever seen like those older used auto stores where it's like a small building with like a desk, maybe a couple small offices behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
We'll go find the door and check it.
The front door has been smashed in. You can hear the hum of what sounds like old fluorescents that are flickering in the side offices that have been kicked open and completely ransacked. Looking around, you're starting to make connections. This is definitely a Horizon office.
Yeah. Scan around, not really looking to see if to pick anything up because he's pretty sure everything's been scavenged at this point, but he'll look around for any side entry points into other parts of the building and whatnot.
You're not finding anything like this is small. Like maybe they designed it to where whatever's going on is probably the elevators going down. One of the things you do notice is that there is across the back wall painted in this metallic paint. It says Ruby Screen Studios. You also look around and you see old posters for animated TV shows. Old animated TV shows. Probably just after the second crash. Maybe just before the second crash. Maybe it's in that time frame. One of the things you notice is that one of the biggest things that are on display are these these posters for a animated character named Batty Batsworth. Can you roll me a memory check?
2 hits.
With 2 hits, you kind of remember years ago a TV series or a cartoon character that was absolutely everywhere. He was on lunchboxes, they had toys, stuffed animals. At one point there was a small theme park based off of him. He is this animated bat that Horizon used to create a whole retro series. It was Batty Batworth and Friends. It was the Batty Batworth's mystery buddies, things of that nature. Like if there was a genre that they could shove a cartoon character in, Batty Batworth's was that character.
So what finally drove Batty Bats off the air?
They just stopped producing.
Cypher will see the posters of Batty Bat and just kind of chuckle to himself and how mighty the mighty have fallen.
You do notice that the elevators still have power. There aren't any stairs that you found.
All right. Cypher will, are these posters salvageable at all?
Go ahead and roll me your edge.
2 hits.
A lot of them are really deteriorated, but you do find one, which was from Batty Batworth's first animated film, which has been... The poster itself was laminated, and it says Batty Batworth's and the Batty baseball team.
He'll carefully take it, roll it, and stow it, figuring someone might want it back home, or, hey, decoration for the safe house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you now have this poster rolled up in your gear bag. Is there anything else you want to do before you do anything else?
He will make sure his video and audio is all set up and good to go.
You look through your lenses and you see that you have the green icon showing that you are actively recording. It does show that it is very spotty connection to the Matrix, but it does have a very large storage, so it could record everything.
All right. Is there a way to send a message and have it time delayed to send it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll drop his coordinates in the group with the rest of his group, letting him know where he's at and if he doesn't check in several days, to maybe come look for him.
Okay.
But after all, got to make sure someone knows where you're at if you don't make it back.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you said the elevator has power?
Yes.
He'll put his foot in the elevator, push down on it a couple times to make sure it's not just going to give out on him the minute he steps in.
It sounds solid.
All right, Cypher will head on into the elevator and see what the number of floors are.
As you step into the elevator, the section that you're first walking in, is just fine. As you shift your weight and begin to study the elevator floors, you see that there are 3 floors below you. As you reach out to push the number 1 button to send you to the first floor, the ground gives out from underneath you as the steel beam that was holding you has finally given up the ghost and rusted through. And you plummet down this blackened shaft. As you fall through this hole and the world around you seems to go black, that is where we end this week's episode.
Well, it seems as if Cypher's found himself fallen, and hopefully he can get himself up. But it seems as if out in no man's land, nothing, and I mean nothing, is safe. Between devil rats, forgotten architecture, structures, whatever, and the ever-present danger of just falling into the unknown. Well, my friends, let's hope that our friend Cypher can get himself out of whatever pickle he just found himself in. Well, it's time for us to go, as something in the shadows is watching us. This is Edis Box, reminding you, whenever you's out in the world, dealing with the shadows, dealing with the creeps, the crawlies, and all that, the 3 tenets of Shadowrunning still apply. Remember, always stick to the shadows. Always keep your gun loaded. And never make a deal with a dragon. This is Edis Box, and I am signing out.
Hey everyone, Nightland here, co-creator of What the Dice, and player of Sparkles for Season 2, to do some thank yous here at the end of our episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for listening. We would not be here today without you, and I do mean that sincerely. We never thought we would get this far, and knowing that there's someone out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, the one with the earballs listening right now. If it wasn't for you guys, and us knowing that you're actually here and enjoying what you're listening to, we wouldn't have kept going, and it genuinely fills our heart with joy, and I want to make sure that we tell you every single time at the end of these episodes. We are eternally grateful. Second, we would like to take a moment to thank all the things that we use in our day-to-day What the Dicey ways. First up, Epidemic Sound for our sound effects and music, Podbean for being our host, Foundry VTT, and Forge VTT for creating their virtual tabletop gaming applications and services, Craigbot for our recordings, Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, which is the current system we are running. And with that, if you can spare a moment of effort and want to help us out, the best thing that you can do is honestly, tell a friend, share us, drop a link in a Discord somewhere that you're a part of, or take that 2-second effort of hitting a like, hitting a follow, giving us a star rating. Whatever the button is on whatever it is that you're listening to us on goes a long way in helping us fight that horrible algorithm monster. Also, the Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in the connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to What the Dice to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary material for the promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with What the Dice in any official capacity whatsoever.